everybody, Michelle and Catherine here. We're talking. That was the most awkward hello. We're here talking about self-care this week, and each fortnight.
Yes.
So we're here every fortnight from 4 p.m. just chatting about different things that you can do to look after yourself, particularly during COVID-19 and this crazy time period.
Yeah. We have tea.
Tea.
Self-care.
Absolutely. I'm on my 15th cup. Oh dear.
So I think today we were going to talk about thinking about the good times to help you get through times that are maybe not so good.
Yeah. This one's like a little bit mixed because obviously whenever you're looking back at and thinking about times that were really good, it inevitably brings sort of a sense of sadness and like missing, like longing for those times or like wanting those times back. But that bittersweet feeling can be worked through, and it can also help you to remember that this will eventually end, and that you'll be able to get back, maybe not to exactly how things were before, but you will be able to do things that you love and that you miss again at some point.
Yeah, I think it's like that double-edged sword where it's sort of like, these were these awesome times that I had, and I'm thinking about, all these things that I miss and all these great times, and then it might feel a bit, almost make it worse if you're already feeling down and not having good times. But I guess, yeah, like you were saying, it's sort of that reminder that it can get back to that place where it was, or like that everything can be okay.
Yeah, no, 100%. I sort of went through this like when I ended a 6-year relationship. I went through that sort of stage of like, where it was a bit too much to look back at the good times. Yeah. And that's really normal. Like, it is so normal to just be like, this is too much right now. But eventually when I could go through it and work through it a bit more and like, literally like get my phone and organize all the photos from the relationship and go through, it was like really healing, because it's like you remember that even though things might not be like good between you now, or that, like, for example, with COVID, like the world's crazy now and things aren't ideal now, that there were still those beautiful moments, and there was still those like really nice things that it did bring to your life, and that those things you can find that joy again as well.
Yeah, I think relationships are a really common one for that sort of stuff. Especially if it's, a big one, like 6 years is such a long time. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Just a quarter of my life.
Yeah, just it is a big one. Like, and I think being able to maybe take the time to feel sad and then take the time to also look back on the things that were good and the happy sort of times that come out of that's really important as well. Maybe just, I don't know, relationships are hard because you sort of want to remember the good times, but then not too much. You also want to remember the reasons why maybe it, didn't work.
Exactly.
That's important too.
Yeah, no, definitely. I've had a lot of friends like during this time, particularly like more around the COVID stuff, doing a lot of reminiscing and like wanting, like longing for like the times when they could go out with friends, when they could have a meal with family and those sorts of things. I myself, have found myself like missing my family particularly, and being like, I looked back at some photos the other day of, we used to do like these big family dinners, and I'm like, what I wouldn't give for that. Like,
yeah, I was saying to my friend the other day that I miss crowded things. I miss crowds, and I never, ever, ever thought that I would say that because I'm 100% not a crowds person. I was just like, I really miss standing in a crowd with people, feeling anxious about, if I'm going to get sick or if I'm too close or all that sort of stuff.
Totally.
It'll be, hopefully we're back to, normality soon and we're able to do that again.
Yeah, hopefully so.
But I guess for now it's sort of nice to remember when we could, which is kind of weird. Like, I never really thought we'd be in this situation where we'd have to remember when we could be in a crowd.
Right? It's super weird. Also, hello, Jordan. Thanks for tuning
Oh,
in. It's good to see you.
hi.
And anyone else who might be tuned in, we've got a few viewers at the moment. So, hello. We hope that your week is going well so far, and we hope that you're getting something out of this. Let us know below
Yes.
what your favorite memories are or what you're missing at the moment during ISO.
Yes.
That'd
Oh,
be really
tell
great.
us.
Tell us your stories.
Yes. I miss going to the cinema.
Yeah, same. Same. It's such a cool experience.
Mm-hmm.
Something I really miss. I mean, I suppose a lot of stuff isn't coming out, which is sort of like, because imagine if there was all this stuff coming out, but then it wasn't like
Empty cinemas are just like, oh.
Absolutely. But yeah, just like the experience of going to the cinemas is something, yeah, I definitely miss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like going to the theater to see a show or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone has seen, but Hamilton is on Disney Plus, and
What?
that's sort of
Might have to get my 7-day freebie.
yeah. That's sort of like taking over from, I guess like that's the thing as well. You can think about these things that you miss, and then you can replace them with things that kind of are almost similar to like get that feeling back if you're sort of doing it a lot.
Yep.
I don't know if that made sense.
No, it does. And like, even though it's not exactly the same, like it's still really nice to be able to like have some sense of normalcy and like bring some of that old routine back that used to make you really happy.
Yeah, like you could, watch a musical on the couch and get like, I know whenever I used to go to musicals with my mum, I used to get like the little box of Maltesers. So you could go like get a little box of Maltesers and sit on the couch and pretend you're like at the theater. And then you could like take the intermission break and,
Oh my God. just like have somebody that like lives with you act as like a steward and like point you in the direction of the toilet.
Shining like the torch.
Shining the torch.
So you know where your seat is.
Like, while we're laughing about this, it's such a beautiful idea.
Yeah.
And like, whatever works for you to like make you feel a bit more normal again as well. I think that's really important. Yeah, I think the other thing that I've noticed that my friends are struggling with is like, particularly at the start of the pandemic, and like there's that whole thing of where like, oh, it'll end soon, it'll be over soon, it'll be fine soon. And like that feeling of anticipating it to end can then lead to like a lot of, oh no, we're still going, or it's getting worse, or those sorts of things. And it can make those things a lot worse. It's really hard to live in that like in-between state where like you are hopeful for the future and still able to see an end to it, but you're not like living for it, if that makes sense. It's really hard to get to that point.
I know I definitely was struggling with that, especially with like the new restrictions in Melbourne and the cases going up, and you sort of got to this stage where you thought that maybe it was fine and it was sort of gone.
Yeah.
We were sort of, I don't know, I felt like I was getting a bit excited that it would be all over-ish soon.
Yeah.
And then it kind of feels like you're going backwards, and to have that feeling, yeah, kind of sucks. You sort of have to do those self-care things to get you out of that headspace again. I know I can't look at the news too much because I find that a bit too stressful. So I guess that's one of my self-care things that I'm trying to implement at the moment.
That's really valid. I have the same thing. Like, I'm such a sucker for going into the Facebook scrolling zombie mode and just being like, and I follow so much news media that I'm like constantly like, oh my God. So being able to switch off from that is really important, I feel. Yeah.
Yes. Taking breaks.
Yeah.
Self-space. Because otherwise, I don't know, I get kind of obsessed and I'm like, what's the latest update? Stop. You don't need to know just right.
No, you don't. It's like, I'm not going anywhere. It's just, don't need to know anything. Yep. No, that's so true. But yeah, being able to look back and like at the same time being able to not just like shut down the negative feelings, because I don't think that like helps in the long run. Like still let yourself be able to feel those feelings, and also just like, you might think, oh, it'd be really nice to sort of think back and about something, or you might just find your mind wandering. You know, you see, particularly when I'm watching TV shows or movies, and it's like they're having like family dinners, and I'm like, I miss that. You might find your mind wandering. If you are really struggling in that moment and it's a bit too much, like it's okay to just sort of find a distraction or just like turn it off for a moment and come back to it a bit later. And it's also okay to like have a cry or like lean into that feeling if that's what you feel is right as well.
Or, you know, reach out for help if you need it. You know, that's really important as well. Sort of recognizing when you're finding it hard to break out of those feelings.
Yeah.
And reaching out for assistance from, you know, various organizations.
Yeah. There's always like Lifeline on, I think, 131114. I've just like totally blocked that into my memory now.
I should have it in my, I don't know why I should have it in there.
Had to do it a lot on radio when I first joined, and it just got, really ingrained. But it's great to have. It's great to have in your memory. 131114 for Lifeline. They're open 24/7 for a chat about how you're going. There's also Kids Helpline, which is really good and specializes with like young people, and that's 1-800-555-1800. And then there's LGBT plus switchboard, which don't ask me the number. I will look it up.
I was going to say, I was waiting.
Oh, I know. If I could go 3 for 3.
But, you know, they are numbers that we should all probably have in our heads anyway. You know, they're
Yeah. Or just like punch them into your phone.
Number.
Yeah. No, that's so true. Yep, so it's 1-800-184-527 for LGBT switchboard, and they're open 6 p.m. till midnight 3 p.m. till midnight every day. And they also have like web chat services, and I should also mention Kids Helpline also has web chat services if you're not a fan of getting on the phone, because that can be really nerve-wracking.
That's awesome. Yeah.
I know, it's so good. So you can just like type over the internet and have a chat, which is always good.
Yeah. How important is that? I know I personally am definitely someone that prefers chatting on the internet as opposed to like on the phone, or in person's okay, but on the phone I find kind of daunting. I don't know if that's like a generational thing, but yeah, I hate it.
Same. Oh my gosh. And there's always like weird, awkward overlap, and you don't have time to sort of reflect because you're always feeling awkward if you leave a pause.
Yeah.
Whereas when you're reading, you can just sort of like think about it for a minute before responding. Like, it's very nice. Yep. I've actually got on my voicemail. It's like, and I actually realized my mum had the same thing, and I didn't even know, we're just so alike. But on my voicemail, I'm like, hey, I prefer text message. If you can leave a text and not a voicemail, that would be great. And then I called my mum the other day and it rung out, and she's like, I'm terrible at listening to my voicemail. Text me, please. Hey.
Like, are we the same person?
I dare say so. Oh, gosh.
That's important too, though, you know, knowing what works for you. I feel like that's kind of like a little bit of a self-care thing as well. I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
That stuff into your daily life and sort of telling people what works for you is real important as well.
Yeah, no, definitely. But yeah, we hope that in the meantime, while you're looking back at all the things that you miss, and you're, you know, looking forward to the days where you can get back together again, and, you know, that we can safely be in the space again and all those exciting things, that you can still connect with us online through our programs. Today at 4:30, we have just like a general hangout. The Zoom links should actually be posted up now on the group. So if anyone's keen to join in that or any of our weekly programs, we've got our Young Parents Club, our Rainbow Club, our Fandom Club. Make sure that you join the relevant groups, hit the links and join in. We'd love to have you there, and yeah, just be able to connect and actually get together and have a sense of normalcy during this time as well.
Yeah, as much as we can.
As much as we can, exactly. I have to get like I'm not sure, but like we'll have to get ushers into one of the, if we have like a watch party or something, we'll have to do it like full cinema style.
Oh my god, wouldn't that be great? Yeah, I'm down.
Yes, absolutely. Might even like pull it on the group and see how people feel.
Yes, we could have a little watch party. Sounds great, where we all set up our houses as little cinemas and little theaters. Yep,
I love that. Sounds good. Absolutely. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in today. We hope you got something out of it. Let us know what you'd like to see us do. If there's any topics you'd like us to cover, any self-care, like it doesn't matter what it is, whether it's like, aerial yoga, hey, Michelle, or, something a bit more like everyday. We'd love to hear it. Meditation, even something like that. More face masks. I'm always down to do another face mask. They're brilliant.
Meditation and face masks is just so good.
Heaven on earth. That's what it is. All right, everyone. Oh, Jordan says that would be a cute idea.
Nice. Okay, done.
Yeah, done. We'll see you in a fortnight, everybody. See you later. Bye.
Bye.